Hello, so just trying this new setup there with the OBS, so bear with me, they might not still be quite aligned, but I'm giving it a go. So week 30 of matches in the Premier League now, but first have a look back on week 29 games. You can see this properly, you'll be able to see Liverpool against Bournemouth there, 2-1 winners for Liverpool, with Mohamed Salah in the 24th minutes, Sadio Mane scoring in the 33rd minutes, but surprisingly it was Bournemouth who opened the scoring, Callum Wilson in the 9th minute there. 14-6 on the shots for Liverpool, 6-4 on target, 75% of the ball, and ultimately got themselves the victory and one step closer to winning yet another game for the Premier League title, which is rapidly coming up for them. Hello there, Gatman. It's good. It's looking good. So everything's aligns correctly because I managed to move it to the right hand side this time in half view. So hopefully that's all looking good. Wolves got a 0-0 draw against Brighton there. Wolves with the more shots and just the one shot on target each there. So a very boring game for that match. The next game we had Arsenal against West Ham. Arsenal somehow winning 3 games in a row. Lacazette's in the 78th minute scoring. 14-9 shots for West Ham and 6-2 on target as well for them. Next up we had Newcastle with a 1-0 victory over Southampton. Southampton early red card didn't help them with Janinopo 28 minutes before Alan St. Maximin in the 79th minutes got Newcastle the victory. 14-6 shots, 7-3 on target, Newcastle winning that matchup. Next game we had Sheffield Utd defeating Norwich 1-0. Billy Sharp, the goal of the game. 12-10 shots for Norwich, 5-4 on target. More possession as well too, but ultimately one step closer to relegation for Norwich this season. Crystal Palace defeating Watford 1-0. Jordan Ayew, 28th minute goal. 10 shots each, 3 on target each for that match. Next up, Burnley and Tottenham was a 1-1 draw. Had Chris Woods, the New Zealander, we're on form, New Zealand, scoring in the 13th minutes before Dele Alli equalising in the 50th minute for Tottenham. Burnley with more shots, more on target too, pretty domination there, as you can see. And the Manchester derby, 2-0 winners for Manchester United over Manchester City. So they completed the league double for the first time in a decade. So pretty sensational stuff there. And I skipped over, of course, my club Chelsea, winning 4-0 against Everton. Mason Mount, Petro, William and Giroud on the score sheet. 17-3 on the shots. 11-1 on target. Absolute domination after beating Liverpool 2-0 as well too. So hopefully we turned the corner and can finish the job off and actually get top 4 this season. It will be quite amazing. And last up we had Leicester defeating Astonvilla there today. 4-0 winners as well too. Harry Barnes scoring a couple and Jamie Vardy scoring a couple as well too. 15-4 shots, 7-1 on target. Jamie Vardy, first time in 8 or so games since Christmas. He's finally managed to get on the scoring. Okay, so that concludes what's happened last week there. And how I got on. I got 5 out of 10 correct. They included Liverpool victory, Sheffield United's win, Chelsea's win, Wolves and Brighton drawing, and I think I actually only managed to get 4 correct because I gave myself a tick on Arsenal West Ham game, but that was one as I went for a draw for that match. So just the 4 correct for me this week. No one else decided to join for week 29 of Premier League predictions. So feel free to get involved and put your own thoughts and predictions for this week's matches there. And something a bit easier for me trying to do is, this is the website I use for the Premier League, 11versus11.com there, and then you get the head-to-head records between the clubs there, and for the Premier League it's quite nice because it shows the all-time record. So I've got the Manchester City versus the Arsenal game up first. 56 wins for Manchester City, 45 draws, 96 wins for Arsenal. Of course, it goes all the way back to the 1800s, so things have changed quite dramatically since then. As you can see, Manchester City have won the last 6 games against Arsenal in all competitions, mostly the Premier League, with a League Cup in the mix as well too. So 3-0 wins, 2-0 win, a 3-1 victory there. So Manchester City at home, $1.28 odds, $5 for the draw, $8 for Arsenal. Gotta go for Manchester City to get the victory here, I reckon. If you have a look at the table as well too. Second place, Manchester City, 57 points, 3 wins, 2 defeats in the past 5 games for them. While for Arsenal, they haven't lost this decade, 3 wins, 2 draws, but some easier matchups of course. So as I mentioned, Manchester City, I think they'll get the victory here. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Manchester City. So I'm just doing all these predictions based on these sort of statistics there, where they're situated on the table, how's their recent head-to-head matchups doing there, and what sort of odds you're able to get for the match. So takes a bit of time to set things up, of course. So next one, we got Watford against Leicester City. So feel free to get involved and chat away because it takes a bit of setting up to do on the fly. But Leicester are the slight favourites for this match against Watford, away from home at $2.30. For Watford, $2.80 for the victory, $3.40 for the draw. So once we find Watford versus Leicester, is who are we competing against here? So it's Leicester who's third place on the table at the moment. Well, Watford, they're batting against relegation there this season, so bit of a challenge for them. So 21 victories for Watford all time, 17 draws, 30 wins for Leicester. And then you click on dates, so we get off that 1909 to 2019. So we got 3 wins there for Leicester in the past 4 matches. So 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, and 2-1 victories for Watford in the midst there. And then if we have a look how they're situated on the table, so Leicester in third, just the 1 victory in the past 5 games. That's crucial victory to stop the watch of non-wins, draws and losses, and Jamie Vardy back to scoring as he tries to look for the golden boots this season in the Premier League. And for Watford, they're all the way down at 17th place, just goal difference above the relegation zone. 1 win, 1 draw in the past 5 matches for them. So it's going to be a bit of an interesting one here. Watford's more so in need of the points, while Leicester, they just want to finish the job off and make the Champions League this season. So what do we reckon about this one? It's a bit of a tough call, this one actually. I'm going to go for a bit of a balanced result here. I'm thinking maybe it's going to be a draw, 1-1 draw off the top of my head for this match. So the next game we have Bournemouth against Crystal Palace. So Bournemouth are one of those other teams that's trying to stay safe this season. Normally for most Premier League seasons it's been a lot easier for them, but they've been hampered with quite a few injuries this season, so it's got them in trouble. Of course, they somehow managed to get a draw against my club Chelsea, but somehow helped them out, and 2-1 defeat against Liverpool last game, but you can't really look at that result as everyone's been losing to Liverpool at Anfield, but they did well to manage to make it quite close in that match. So Bournemouth got 29 wins all time, 19 draws, 25 victories for Crystal Palace. a look at recent results. Got a couple of victories there for Crystal Palace, a 1-0 win and a 5-3 victory, which is pretty amazing. It came on the last day of the season last year, 8-goal thriller, with both sides nothing to play for at all. And then we got some draws in there, 2-2, 2-2, 1-1. So it's just the one victory for Bournemouth in the past, seven matches. Just one win for Bournemouth in the past 7 matches against Crystal Palace. So that doesn't bode well for them. And on the table, Bournemouth are all the way down at 18th here. Just the one win in the past 5 matches. Wow for Crystal Palace in 11th place. 3 wins in the past 5 games. Winning the past 3 matches as well too. As they climb up the table. Just 8 points behind Arsenal there in 9th. So, yeah, for this game here, things have been favouring Crystal Palace. They're in better form, and 3 odds. They're slight underdogs for this match as well too. So, I think Crystal Palace will be able to beat Bournemouth for this match, is what I'm thinking. Going to go for a narrow 1-0 victory for Crystal Palace for this game here. Next match, we have Brighton against Arsenal. So, previewing this match before Arsenal plays the match against Manchester City, as that match was postponed because of the League Cup final against Astonvilla there recently, which Manchester City managed to go on and win that competition. So, and I'm thinking Arsenal are going to lose against Manchester City away from home there. So this will put further pressure on them as they look to somehow make up quite a big gap for them in the Champions League positions. But the Europa League spots are also in the question as well too. So lots to play there for Arsenal, and Brighton, they got some work to do to stay safe for themselves. So, got 12 wins here for Arsenal, 4 wins, 4 draws. Just get the recent dates up here. So, 2 wins, 2 draws in the past 4 matches. So, a couple of slip-ups there with the draws for Arsenal against Brighton. And on the table, Arsenal in 9th place. 3 wins, 2 draws past 5 games, of course. But we're also counting that defeat against Manchester City, since we moved on from that match. And for Brighton, they're currently in 15th place, winless in the past 5 games, and heading closer down that table there towards that drop zone. So for this game here, I think Arsenal will be able to bounce back. They're proving to be a good enough quality side to get the job done against a number of clubs. Just still not quite convinced to have it in there against the other top traditional top 6 clubs, including Leicester these days as well too. But I think they'll be able to get their result against Brighton here. Going to go for a 2-1 victory for Arsenal. So next game we have Manchester City against Burnley. So of course, just like Arsenal, previewing this match before they play that game against Arsenal as well too. So get that one up. Feel free to keep talking away there on the live comments. I'm also having a look. Just takes a bit of time to do all this with the OBS thing and the backgrounds and using this bar thing here and just doing all my working arts and saving a bit of time off here as well too. By just doing it all on the fly, as I don't know what prediction I'm going to do, don't exactly know how the teams have performed in recent matchups against each other. But they played quite a few times, these clubs here. Manchester City, 48 victories, 25 draws, 29 wins for Burnley. And look at all those greens there for Manchester City. So they got themselves 8 wins in the past 9 games and just the one draw along the way. Got 1 goal victories. We have a 3 goal victory, 2 5 goal victories, 3 goals here. So there's been some big scoreline victories there for Manchester City over Burnley. So things are looking good for them to claim this victory. And so they situate on the table. Manchester City, whatever happens, they'll still be second after that game against Arsenal. But 3 wins past 5 matches for them hasn't been the best. Of course, being a whopping 25 points behind Liverpool at the moment. And for Burnley, 10th place, they've been doing pretty well recently. Unbeaten in the past 5 matches there, 2 wins, 3 draws, 39 points. But Manchester City at home, $1.12 odds, $7.50 for the draw, and $15 for Burnley. I think Manchester City is just going to be too good here for Burnley, so Burnley are going to finally lose again, but to be expected. Going to go for a 3-1 victory for Manchester City for this match here. Next game then, we have Newcastle against Sheffield United. So Sheffield United have been having an absolute amazing season after being promoted last season. I think their main goal would have been just about survival, but now they can seriously talk about Champions League football. Of course, with Manchester City's ban, which is still valid, as there's no official appeal being overturned. They put in their request for that procedure to go through, but at this stage it's going to be the top 5 clubs that make it through for the Champions League. Of course, they could still finish 4th quite easily. With the game in hand, they could be in 5th place, 2 points behind Chelsea there. Shall they win that game? Catch-up game against Astonvilla, which was postponed because of playing against Manchester City for that League Cup final game. So Sheffield United, just get that one up here. Newcastle, they also done better than what people expected of them this season. With what Steve Bruce, the manager, people thought Newcastle would also be in the talking points of being relegated this season. So both clubs proving people on. So we got 4 victories for Newcastle in the past 4 games over Sheffield United. 2019 match, but before that was ancient times, 2010, 2009, 2007. And how they're looking on the table, Newcastle in 13th, 1 victory, 2 draws, past 5 matches. For Sheffield United, 3 wins and a draw in the past 5 games. Don't score many goals, but look at that defence. Only conceding 25 goals this season from 28 games. That's the 2nd best defence in the Premier League there. Just absolutely amazing. So, I'm going to go for Sheffield United to get the win here. Away from home, $2.25 odds. They are the favourites over Newcastle. Going to go for a 2-0 victory for Sheffield United. Next game, we have Norwich against Southampton. So Norwich definitely doomed to be relegated this season, unless some sort of incredible revival takes place. It is going to be Norwich. There goes down yet again. No one's been quite a bit of a yo-yo club, being in the Premier League for just the one or couple of seasons, and then in the Championship, and then back up again. So must be a bit frustrating not to improve on that and slightly push their way up the table. Just hit some high patches and then hit some low patches. Well, for Southampton, they have improved since being part of that record equaling loss early in the season, 9-0 defeat against Leicester. Things have definitely improved for Southampton since then. So feel free to carry on talking in the comments there. Got 3 people on the chat, so hello to you guys. Just something a bit different using the OBS system here. So recent matches, we have Southampton with 4 victories and a draw in the past 6 games. So it does favour Southampton in the recent history. How they're looking on the table then, Southampton win 14th place, just the 1 win in the past 5 games. So things not quite the best recently, but a good 7 points clear of safety. While for Norwich, 21 points, 6 points behind, 1 victory in the past 5 games for them, so not looking too flash. Norwich definitely needs the points more than Southampton, and the odds are basically somewhat identical, so bit of a tough one here. Norwich scoring less than a goal a game is somewhat concerning. I do think actually Southampton is the team more likely to get the job done here. So I'm going to back them to get a 2-1 victory for this match. Next match is the best match of the lots, as it's my Chelsea team taking part here as they play against Aston Villa at Aston Villa's place. So let's get that one up. Of course, Chelsea coming off that 4-0 victory over Everton and a 2-0 victory over Liverpool in the FA Cup. Will be in very high spirits. Aston Villa will be completely of the opposite after losing the League Cup final after putting in so much effort against Manchester City, nearly equalising just before the end of time to send it to extra time in the crossbar. But ultimately, they ended up losing their match there, so well drops, and then today losing against Leicester 4-0. So completely contrasting forms. And Chelsea, obviously competing for those Champions League spots, doomed in this season's Champions League, though against Bayern Munich. But sort of a bit of a rebuilding period for next season with that transfer ban going on as well too, so a chance for the youngsters to get involved in their case. So recent matchups, that's back in 1907, so let's get with that bit. And turn it to that, so lots of owls there, but that's great because we're looking at Aston Villa's point of view. So it's Chelsea with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins in the past 10 games. Just the 2014 game here where Aston Villa managed to beat Chelsea 1-0. Otherwise, there's been some convincing victories for Chelsea. 4-0 winners, 3-0 winners, 8-0 winners back in 2012. Wow. But 2012 was a completely different time here for Chelsea. So just to emphasise that point, Chelsea 4th place, 2 wins, 2 draws past 5 games. Still been somewhat of a struggle for us. 3-point gap over Manchester United there. While for Aston Villa, they done at 19th, 4 defeats in a row, and 2 points from getting outside the relegation into the safety positions. So I've got to go for Chelsea to get the victory here, obviously, being my club. Got to back them to win, and everything somewhat points for a Chelsea victory as well too. So all being said, I'm going to go for a 3-0 victory for Chelsea. Let's get that done. So we've got 3 games left to go. This one is West Ham against Watford. So the 2 W clubs. You think W usually stands for winning teams, but it's the opposite, strangely. Is the W clubs of West Ham and Watford that is in the relegation battle this season, while the L clubs, being Leicester and Liverpool, have been towards the top of the table. Liverpool, only a couple of games left to go before they win the trophy. Leicester just got a little bit more work to do before they lock up those Champions League positions. So, it's a bit of a shame what's happened with West Ham. It wasn't too long ago since they built their new stadium, and to be in this big-ass battle to stay up this season will be quite a big financial loss. Shall they go down with a lot more emptier grounds as well too. So let's have a look. So we got 3 wins for the Wolves in the past 3 games, a couple of draws, and a couple wins for West Ham and a draw before that. So 29 wins all time, 14 draws, 21 wins for Wolves. And so far, West Ham 16th place, 1 victory, 1 draw past 5 games for I think I sort of messed it up when I was talking about West Ham Wolves. I was thinking of Watford as the other team to be struggling as the W teams, but of course there was a third W club of Wolves who have been doing quite well this season in 6th place, 2 wins, 3 draws the past 5 games. It was only a couple of years ago since they were promoted to the Premier League there themselves. And spend the Europa League this season after doing well last season is even more somewhat astonishing that they're able to keep it up for this season. So you think Wolves be able to get the job done, but 13 draws out of 29 games is the only thing to somewhat look at, as it could potentially be in a draw, as Wolves and Arsenal being the most drawiest teams of the season. And so for West Ham, they desperately need to fight for their lives to get any points that they can. And being at home, gonna back them to get a draw for this game. That'll help them out just a little bit, as we only got 9 games left to go for the season. So I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw for this match. Next game is another big game for Tottenham and Manchester United. So both teams be looking for those Champions League positions. Manchester United currently occupying 5th, so technically they're in it. While Tottenham have been hurt by injuries there recently and in awful form under Jose Mourinho, former Manchester United manager, coming into battle once again. I believe Manchester United was able to defeat Tottenham last time around, so they will be after revenge being at home this time. And it's kind of tough to stop Manchester United at the moment. They're also part of my Winning Club series as well too, and that's been going for a good 8-9 matches, being undefeated. So let's have a look at it more closely. So Tottenham 52 wins, 48 draws, 92 victories for Manchester United of all time. And recent dates. Okay, so here it is. 2-1 winners for Manchester United last time round. 1-0 winners before that as well too. Tottenham will be hoping for that 2018 result when they got a 3-0 win away from home. And then look at that, alternating between losses and wins back in the day. So there just hasn't been a draw in this matchup since 2014, being 0-0. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 matches in a row being decisive results, and somewhat more favouring Manchester United in recent times. On the table, Manchester United, they are in 5th place at the moment. 3 wins, 2 draws in the past 5 games. And look how close it is to my club, Chelsea here. And for Tottenham, in 8th spot, 2 wins and a draw past 5 games for them. But look at those defeats in a draw as well too. So for this game here, I think I am going to go for Manchester United. They've been a better side recently with Bruno Fernandes summer signing as well too. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory away from home for Manchester United here. And the last match is also quite an important game. It's the Merseyside derby, so a big derby rivalry match for Everton and Liverpool. And depending on what goes on with Manchester City, they might be able to officially wipe up the title for this matchup here. Otherwise, if that's not the case, then they'll be just that one game away when they get to play against Manchester City the following week, I believe. So either way, Liverpool will be absolutely looking forward to that situation when they get to play against Manchester City. The Guard of Honour potentially as well too, which will be a bit of a humiliation for Manchester City, considering how many matches there are left to go for the season. So we'll have a look at this game here. So $1.67 for Liverpool, $4.33 for Everton, and $3.75 for the draw. And of course, being a big derby rivalry match and being close to each other, 1894 they first played, 121 victories for Liverpool, 83 draws, 82 wins for Everton. They just played all the time, throughout all the years, multiple times from the season. Yeah, look at that recent results there. Lost, draw, lost, draw, lost, draw, lost. There's been quite a few draws. There's been quite a few losses in this rivalry match. So it's been all Liverpool really, with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wins. And there's been 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 draws. So it's been dead even between losing or drawing. So Everton, last time they won was all the way back in 2010. Jeez, a whole decade ago since they were able to beat Liverpool last time around. So it'd be quite good if they're able to finally do it. They have to do it one of these days, one of these years. And with Ancelotti in charge for Everton at the moment, things have been going better for them, but not in the past 3 games, of course. Got absolutely battered against my club Chelsea last time around. And who else did I play before that recently? A 1-1 draw against Manchester United. They should have been able to win that game, and they were somewhat a bit unlucky to not get anything against Arsenal there. But so basically, the Chelsea game was the exception to the rule. Otherwise, they've been quite amazing with their new manager in charge. Otherwise, they've been really self-destruction mode, as they were one of the clubs that were fighting against relegation. Now all of a sudden you can sort of see that they are in European contention here, as it's all very tight on the table. And Liverpool, of course, just the 1 draw, 1 defeat this season for them, 82 points. So I've got to go for Liverpool here, and that might just be enough to finish the job off for the title. So that's why I'm going to go for Liverpool to win and not Everton to get a draw. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for Liverpool. And that concludes my Week 30 Premier League predictions there. Feel free to put your thoughts and predictions down below. If you enjoy the video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Sorry there you get, man. I completely missed all your comments there because I had all my stuff on the phone, and yeah, didn't see any of these other comments. So I apologise for that. So I'll just catch up now before I get on. Watford, I think, takes it down for the game against Leicester. Yeah, definitely possible. They definitely need the points more. Leicester had a big one today, but they are poor on the road. 2-1 final. Yeah, fair enough. Palace 1-1 draw. Bournemouth, they play very cautious away from home and have got some results. Okay. That's something to note. Bournemouth also more so in need of the points there. Crystal Palace more so towards the middle of the table. 2-0 for Arsenal. 2-0 for Arsenal, that's shocking. Really? 2-0 win for Arsenal? Or 2-1 win, 2-1 win for Manchester City, I mean. Man City 3-1. Newcastle 1-0. Newcastle 1-0. Sheffield. Norwich 1-0 over Southampton. 2-2 draw against 4. It's all good. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I got your Sup Nathan looks good comments, and then I thought all the other messages were flowing through, but yeah, didn't quite plan out that way. But yeah, if you want to, feel free to put all those comments, predictions down below there in a nice big chunk there, so it looks all good for me to have a look back for next week there. And of course, I've got the Scottish Premiership, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga 1, some other random club series competitions, A-League live watch-alongs, other things on my channel as well too. I know that you've been checking out quite a few of my video content there, so make sure you keep doing that. And everyone else there, thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you for watching this OBS Studio stream here. Hopefully it all went pretty smoothly. Cheers.